Okay, what you're going to do today is you're going to experiment with a couple different ways to do a pen and ink technique. And since I'm not going to be in here, I want to show you a couple different tips on some different pen techniques you can use. One of them is a ballpoint pen. These are up on my podium. I want you to try this one first. The nice thing about ballpoint pens is they can kind of be shaded. So if you start out really, really light, like light pressure, kind of like a pencil, you can kind of get like a light value, and then you can go back over and darken it up. It just takes a little, you have to start out light. You don't want to make sure that you don't have lines like that. I'll try to zoom in and out of here a little bit but I want to be able to show you some things on the example. But like I said, the nice thing about ballpoint is it can kind of create a value like a pencil. So what I want you to do is pick a petal that has a lot of different values like this one over here. Now I went ahead and gave you guys the outline. If you need to draw in with pencil, more outlines, because yours may not have copied as well, so if you need to go in and put some more lines in so you know where everything is. And the nice thing about this reference sheet is it kind of tells you, and you really need to focus on here is the different changes in values. Like notice how this is darker here and then it gradually gets that transitional shade. Notice this is a instantaneous shade because it's got this kind of a cast shadow or core shadow outline here, but it doesn't transition into the white. It's got kind of a hard edge, but it's not an outline around there. It's the value that's created. So I really want you, kind of like we did with the cloth back in the back on the charcoal, really look at the different values and where they are. So I'm going to start in this dark area right in here. It's kind of a medium area here, and I'm just going to lightly try to put down a value. Another tip is to maybe hold your pen up a little higher instead of down lower, because it helps you not put as much pressure down on your pen. And you may have to kind of like get it started over here. Every once in a while it gets those little boogers on the end. So we want to just try to get a nice even, try to keep your pen going in the same direction. As you are using the pen technique, be very careful that you don't go back and forth with your pen. What I mean is you want to lift up your pen every time that you do a pen stroke. So kind of go one way, lift it up, and keep going. Notice now that it's sped up, and you can kind of see this in a faster moving, that this really takes a lot of time and a lot of layering. You're going to start out with a lighter value. You always want to start out lighter with the pen because you cannot erase. So keep that in mind. So always go lighter. You can always add back in darker, but you cannot take it away with pen. So start out like a medium or a light value and then add in. It takes a lot of layering, going back and forth. Look at your values on your example and then go back and forth and kind of see where your lighter areas are versus your darker areas.